Welcome to Coda for the 5th race of the NASCAR Reno Sprint Race Series. Tyler King will start on pole here in Circuit of the Americas. It's a 3.4 mile track. We have 3 laps here. Very quick race. This is the first time that this series will go road course racing ever, as every race so far has been on either a big oval or a very short oval. First time these drivers are going to have to step out of their comfort zone this season. And let's see how they'll adapt to this new style of racing. Tyler King seems to have a pretty decent jump off the start. Alan Mooch is looking on his outside though. Ian Stiles, they all go very wide through turn 1. That's just how they wanted to run turn 1 this weekend, it seems like. But yeah, Ian Stiles takes the tightest line through turn 1. Actually has the lead currently, but Tyler King looks like he may be able to get it. But Tyler really backed out of it there, surprisingly. There isn't much time in these races. I don't know why he backed out so much. But he did, and he lost the position. He's even going to lose the position to Alan Mooch now in a second. Tyler King just needs to be more aggressive. He's losing positions left and right because he's just not aggressive enough. Now he's under attack from the 38 car. As they exit the S's. We'll continue to go through the S's. They still have a few more S's to go before they get back towards the hairpin on the upper top part of the track. Here they come around the bend, coming towards the hairpin. Heavy braking zone up here, very good passing zone. And you can see Alan Mooch is going to take advantage of this passing zone. He's going to make it too wide. Drivers behind him, Nate Wines and Tyler King are also too wide. And even Tanner Campos was too wide with Ethan O'Connor there, but Tanner's going to get clear. Looks like the 86 is going to get clear for the lead, and now the 77 is making a run back at the 26. They'll come flying down this long back straight. We're going to watch them fly by from this view right on the ground. See the 86 currently leading still. It's going to another very hard braking zone. Drivers slowing down for this braking zone. Looks like the camera may be having some issues, but we can still see them. 26 is now going to take the lead, it looks like. Look at the 24. The 24 started in like 7th, and he's up to 3rd already. Very good move so far from Tanner Campos to move up to 3rd place. As Alan Mooch and 86 of Ian Stiles continue to race side by side. Now Tanner looks like he may stick his nose in, or he's not going to quite be on the door of Ian Stiles. He may try to make a move though. Now Ian's going to try to fight back with the 26 car. Alan Mooch left the door open for the 86 to kind of dive in there, but Alan Mooch has great acceleration off this corner. He's going to take a pretty commanding lead. Now Tanner Campos looks like he's going to get 2nd. The 86 and the 24 are side by side going to the final few corners. And yeah, the 24 is going to take over 2nd. Tanner Campos is now just running in 2nd place. Tanner's team actually does have 2 wins this season, but he's just been with his teammate Zach Stern. Tanner Campos Racing seems to be a very dominant team so far in this season. Let's see if Tanner can add on to their win count, if he can get past Alan Mooch here. Alan's team has not won a race yet this season. They've struggled throughout this year. They were expected to kind of be like a powerhouse team, but nothing's gone very well for them so far in this early part of the year. They've had a few good runs here and there, but nothing too great from Cyberstorm Racing. No wins, as I already said. No team that hasn't driven a Chevy has won yet this season either. Every race has been won by a Chevy so far. We have 2 wins from Zach Stern, who drives the number 83 Chevy. You can see him in the background, the Propel, number 83. You had a race win by Quinn Yeager and his number 5 Target Machine at Nashville Superspeedway. And then there was a win by Ian Stiles in the True Move 86 car, which was leading a little bit earlier. He won at the National Fairgrounds. Now Tanner Campos is your new leader. He's going to try to keep that streak of Chevys alive that have won so far this season. Alan Mooch is not letting him get away, though. They have kind of distanced themselves from third, who is Tree Leclerc right now. Leclerc's made up four spots already this lap. He started this lap in 7th place, and he's up to 3rd right now. Very impressive lap. Well, at least opening section to the lap. It's just about the first sector when they race here in F1. The Exalta number 24 is continuing to lead the 26 Pro Court Ford. A couple side-by-side action further back in the pack, but no one's been able to challenge Tanner Campos. He started not really far back in the pack, but he started further back in the top 10, and he's just driven a perfect race so far to get up from about 7th, 8th, all the way up to the lead. They fly down this backstretch. This seems to be the biggest passing zone this weekend. A lot of passes during practice in this corner, and during all the testing races also at this track. A lot of passing in that corner. Between the draft down the backstretch and the heavy braking zone, a lot of guys have gotten side by side going into that corner, as we saw in lap 1, but didn't happen there as Alan Rich was not able to put together the move. As they round a couple of the final few corners, Tanner's continuing to hold about probably a little less than a half-second lead over Alan Mooch. But yeah, they have really distanced themselves, these top two. They have pushed each other so far that they're way out front compared to 3rd place. It seems to be kind of a similar situation to what happened at Nashville, the Nashville Super Speedway. The top two, I think it was Toby Smith and Quinn Yeager, they both distanced themselves from 3rd place because they kept on pushing each other further and further. Quinn ended up winning that battle and ended up pulling away from even Toby by the end of the race. But that's been seen throughout the season. Two cars just continuing to push each other further and further out front, and no one's been able to catch up to them when that happens. So we're going to get a flyby through the field. There's Tyler King, who started on pole today. See the 22, there's the 47. Last week's winner, Zach Stearns, running towards the end of the top 10 currently, looks like. He may even be outside the top 10. We'll get a updated scoring count. Tanner's leads over a second now over Alan Mooch, as we continue to look further and further back throughout this pack. Last week's winner, Zach Stern, is not in the top 10 currently. He's probably in 11th or 12th, right outside it. He started about where Tanner did. So him and Tanner have gone in opposite directions, the two teammates. Tanner's gone up the field, and Zach has gone down. Tanner continuing to dominate here at Circuit of the Americas. He's had the best car by far so far, as they're already on the last lap. 3 laps here goes by somewhat quickly. So, yeah, we have 1 lap to go. Tanner continuing to have complete control over this race. He seems to be able to do whatever he needs the number 24 car to do. Everything's gone well for him. He hasn't had any issues getting up to the pack. It's been a very smooth race for Tanner. Something that he needed. He's had a rough start to the year. A lot of rough races. Kentucky was the first race that he actually looked somewhat competitive in. But besides that, he's been non-existent this season. He's been way back in the pack. Really far down in points. Maybe this win, top 5 run in Kentucky, and this win here, this presumed win here in Circuit of the Americas, it seems like he's going to win. As Alan Mooch has really lost touch with him on this lap. Maybe if he can get this win here, maybe he'll start and mount the charge for the title. It'll be interesting to see who does come out on top of points coming out of this race. had a few different points leaders this year. Zach Stearns led the points a few times. Chase George led it, but Chase has had a really rough past 2 races. He was involved in a wreck in Kentucky and has been non-existent at all race today. I haven't seen him once. Like even on the start, I don't remember seeing him. Actually, except when we panned through the field, we would have seen him. But just very quiet last 2 weeks out of the number 6 camp. But yes, Tanner comes around the final few corners. It looks like the win is in no doubt at this point, unless he really messes up in this long sweeping turn and in the last few corners. I think he'll be good. I'd find it hard to believe that he would have an issue at this point in the race. He's been so smooth all day. His lead is monstrous at this point. It does not seem like anyone will be catching him. That's the number 24 cars heading to victory lane here in Circuit of the Americas. As he rounds the final corner, it's a long drive up to the start-finish line, but it's going to be one that Tanner Campos is going to love. Tanner Campos is going to win his first race in the NASCAR Reno Sprint Race Series. Still got a little bit to go to the line to make it completely official, but it happened. There's no way that he gets past at this point. Here he comes across the line. The race is over. Tanner is your winner. Alan Mooch is going to come home in second. Tree Leclerc is in third. Here's Nate Wines coming off a rough race in Kentucky in fourth. Ethan O'Connor in fifth. 22, I saw the 47 there, the 86. We're having some issues as we're looking at the pace car over and over again. Here's the 83 and the 8. We're continuing. There's Chase George. Really far back. Let's see. As we go through the field, these are a lot of the guys that have struggled a lot this season. Dontavius Young and those guys. But yeah, big congrats to Tanner Campos getting his first win. Here he goes on his burnout. Last race's burnout at Kentucky was kind of underwhelming due to the new package. Hopefully, looks like Tanner's gonna make up for it this week. Make up for his teammates' loss at the burnout in Kentucky, and this is a very good burnout by Tanner Campos. He may blow the engine on it. Yeah, perfect circle and everything. A lot of tire smoke. Tanner really burned it down. I think he just blew the engine, it looks like. He's happy. Yeah, so Tanner Campos is your winner. Alan Mooch in second. Tree Leclerc, Nate Wines, and Ethan O'Connor is your top 5. Zach Stern, last race's winner, came home in 11th. Chase George, who was the points leader going into Kentucky, is down in 16th. See Tyron Rose, Jacob Wario, and Dontavius Young finished in dead last. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.